I think like expressing yourself with art is communicating, and you know, they say find your niche, but I think more like find the people that speak or understand your language. It's like a clean slate every morning, so it's like you gotta kind of meet yourself and deal with yourself. I'm taking out something out of my emotions and putting it out there. It's like a volcano. Closed, it boils and then explodes in very odd ways. You never know how it's gonna explode. I guess that's kind of a nice metaphor that can also be linked with my origins. I definitely do what I do because I have an interior need of taking out some stuff that has much more to do with introspection and, in a wider sense, like the way I approach reality, which is almost philosophical, dealing with not the way we live, but maybe the reason we live, or maybe more of an abstract approach to life. It's a constant exploration of your interiority and bringing out stuff from inside.
Keep repeating, it's perfectly alright.
I like to analyze myself in that way, although you expose yourself if you're too honest, but I'm used to it. I think there are stuff that is still very hard to bring out, but eventually, slowly, you know, eventually will come out.
È troppo scuro, no? Ah, questo è più etnico. Yeah, I always does it. How's that? Good. Sounds really good, yeah.
I will just sit hours with the guitar, fumbling with it, watching TV and like playing and singing what I had in my mind, which is apparently a very good exercise, but I didn't know at the time. I was just, in my head, I was just fucking around. And my parents will say, I never see you studying, although I was with the guitar all day long. I was just playing whatever came out of my head. Very different than sitting there, the metronome, which I did later on.
Sì. Ok, that's all good.
3-4 mois.
Io non posso aspettare la morte di un amico. Io voglio fare qualcosa di spettacolare.
When I was a guitar player, I started to be annoyed about the fact that people would call me Antonio the guitar player. I remember that. And at a certain point I was thinking like, is that all I can be, just a guitar player? Eventually moving away from there didn't erase my knowledge of guitar, so I kept being a guitar player, but I became Antonio the filmmaker, I became Antonio the writer, I became many other Antonios which appear and disappear during the day. I express different parts of myself in different ways in a different language. Some people might say like, yeah, you identify yourself in a different way according to the activity you do or the art you do, but technically I could say that I identify myself to be a very different person in any single moment of the day. With any single person I'm a different person, in any situation I'm a different person. And I know that sounds like quoting Pirandello, but technically I feel it, and for me it's reality.